The main thing about coming here for these last few days for the race is like there's nothing you can do really training wise to get yourself better. It's mainly just about priming the body, feeling ready to race again, but recovering from 24 hours of flying. So we're here in, I say sunny, but again, yeah, bit of shade, but we're in Melbourne. And we've been here now for 4 days. So we're here for, it's called the Maurie Plant Meet on Thursday, which is an outdoor track race, an outdoor mile. Today we're doing a little like session, our last one before. And we live literally the road just there you've seen. And we're going to our favourite coffee shop because it's about 50 metres from our house down here where we started the morning, and it's currently just before 8 AM. The jet lag hasn't really gone. We ended up going straight from South Africa to Boston. We had like nearly a week in Boston and then we came here. So I think our like heads are somewhere over the Pacific. They're making our way slowly to Melbourne to catch up. But we're lucky we've still got a bit of time before racing. But yeah, the coffee definitely helps get us going, which is what we're about to do now.
Yeah, see that?
Is that from yesterday?
About 2 days ago. Yeah, mate, I said he should get some water and come and spray it. So I was like, you literally like, I don't know how often it rains in Melbourne, but that could be there for so long, couldn't it? Some sort of spot. Yeah, embarrassing.
Mark your spot now.
I know, it's embarrassing.
Back home it takes like an unreal day to be able to sit outside at this time in the morning and actually not be like shivering. So like each time we've come so far it's been like this, unreal.
And it's literally going to be the warmest day ever today.
I know, so that's one of the reasons it helps getting up early is, I don't know what it says a high of, it's like 34, which we haven't seen that for like, yeah, or 36 even.
36,
So,
that's
yeah,
literally the
it's
hottest
gonna be
day.
cooking today.
Yeah, very hot.
And hopefully we're not cooking with it. So like, we need to get used to it, because we went from, South Africa was like up to 30, and then we went straight to Boston, which was like -5, and then we're now back to here. So like, not to be ungrateful, but we kind of had enough sun in South Africa. Yeah. And then when you go to Boston for a few days, you realise that I could do with a little bit more. So it's nice coming here and actually like being in shorts and t-shirt, not like tights and jackets. So
Yeah,
happy.
it's bleak running in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday,
Yeah.
it's like 36 high today, and then our race on Thursday at the moment it's like 22 high, and we're like, that's like a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
If the wind doesn't come with it, you'd much rather have like 20 odd degrees with no wind than you would like.
Would you? Yeah, I was going to ask. Would you prefer to race in like quite like a day like today, like a really hot day, or what's your preference?
So it'd be like, mate, if we were to be like, like snobs infectious about it.
Mid-20s,
That lovely mid-20s.
sun just going behind the stadium.
Yeah, still as anything.
Yeah.
That's the main
Wow.
thing. So we went to the track we're about to go to, like Lakeside. Loads of people were saying, oh, like you can get a good night there. It's like real good track. And then we went down there and there was a few like Aussies we were speaking to that raced there loads and trained there loads. They're like, yeah, it's always windy here. It's like never get a still day. Like, give us some confidence. Like, tell us it's perfect. Like, why are you just like,
Awful, eh?
yeah, ruin it for us already. So I hope it's nice, but we'll see.
The thinking of it is, it's 400 metre track outdoors rather than 200 metre track indoors. It's just like a change of scenery. It's a bit less pressure than racing like European indoor circuit, and I'm gonna try and run Olympic standard while I'm here, which is like, for me, a lot easier to do on a 400 metre track than 200, but it's a good chance to come and do this. It might be the only time in my career I come out here and race. I feel as though you've got to do the Aussie somewhere at some point, so yeah, that's why we're here.
So how do you feel about racing Stu McSpain?
So I've raced him a lot, like Stewie's probably been around at the same time that I have in his career, like at this level. I've been told that he's going to go out hard, which he always does. Like people that watched him race, he always seems to go with a pacemaker and run pretty aggressive, which for me is perfect. If both myself and Tom can like use that to try and run quick while still racing and trying to win it, then like that's a great bonus and like a good thing to have come out here to be able to guarantee that we can at least try and run quick. But we're going to be getting paced for I think like 152 which is 152, which is like well under Olympic qualifying pace, which is I think our standard is 350 and a half for the mile, which isn't hanging about. So hopefully we get a good night at the track to be able to actually give it a good go. It was 8 hours back from Boston to here, so we did pretty well to get on the time zone, even that. So we're going to bed at like 10, getting up at like 7.
Like 11 yesterday.
Yeah, so then we wake up 7, today, because we've not got that big a session, it's just like fresh sourdough from there, with some like peanut butter, banana, and then washed down with that coffee. And then the main thing is just after. So like we'll bring a shake down to the track, and then make sure we eat as quick as possible. Especially like around racing, like if you neglect that stuff, you'll end up feeling pretty like wrecked, and like not recovered enough by race day. So the main thing about coming here for these last few days and these next couple before the race is like there's nothing you can do really training wise to get yourself better. It's mainly just about priming the body, feeling ready to race again, but recovering from 24 hours of flying. Which like we have to do again in 2 weeks' time. That's the worst thing.
I've been thinking about it.
Don't. Yeah,
it scares me. It really does.
It's like being just trapped in like a tin can for like a long time without any escape. But yeah, that was like pretty big deal to get over. Like mainly, like the main thing was not getting ill, because we did 3 long haul flights in nearly a week. So it's like you can so easily get ill. So I think I don't know how many weeks away it is, Tom. Like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I want to say it's like the second week in March.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we'll see when we go round. But the F1 obviously comes to Melbourne, and we miss it by a few weeks, and you'll see when we get over there, but they've already set up the like barriers and like the fencing, and like you can see the finish line and the like start grid, which is sick. So like we missed the Aussie Open tennis by like 2 weeks, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we're missing like the F1 by a few weeks, so we've not had much luck with being able to watch sport out here. The pit lane's down there, I think.
This is
what
it.
we
This
think.
is the final turn.
Yes, this is the final turn.
Pop in sports mode.
Should I just see what she can do? Then we will see the real police cars coming out for the So these are you see the start like grids on the floor here. And then all the garages will be there on the right. Mate, we love it. Honestly, when we saw it, I was like amazed that you can just like whip around on it. And then the finish line is coming up on the floor. Just there.
Right here.
Yeah, so this is where we'd be.
That is amazing.
Waving a checkered flag.
So let's talk about Boston.
Yeah.
How did you find the race? How do you feel afterwards as well?
Yeah, so it was like a big like milestone for me getting back. Was obviously that I didn't race all last summer. I didn't really have an indoor season. I did one 3K indoors at the start of Jan. So kind of like I felt so unfamiliar to racing. It was good. I was hoping that in an ideal world to win the race in an Olympic standard, which that would have been perfect.
What is the Olympic standard?
So the 15 it was 3:33.5, and I ran a 3:34.1, and then I was also second but beaten by Hobbs Kessler, who was real good.
So that's very, very close.
Yeah, so I nearly had what I wanted, but part of it is like by the summer, like when I'm running at my best, it should be able to come in any race if I want to go to Olympics and go there and do what I hope I can. So I don't want to overthink that too much. One of the main things I realised was that I just haven't got the same like race instinct that I would normally have, just because it's been so long. So that's what I'm hoping, having that one out of the way this Thursday, I can be a little bit better for that and just be a bit more intuitive and responsive to racing. But Boston is like, I think I've said it in an interview, but it's like if we had home grounds without like sponsors, like Boston's New Balance, and it was the New Balance track, so it felt class and we get so well looked after. So I went there, and then on the first days, I think the second night I was there, my agent got tickets for Celtics Lakers, hoping to see LeBron James play, which would be like a bucket list thing. Sadly, they rested him, or he said he had an injury, which was a bit gutting, but we were like literally 2 rows back from courtside, which was so sick. And then we went to like the New Balance headquarters. We went into like the sports lab where they have all the testing for the products and stuff like that. We got to speak with like the product team about like what we like, what we don't like, and then we come away with just a lot of cool stash and stuff. So yeah, it was a cool event. It was it was just very nice racing that track because I've heard good things about it and it felt nice, it was quick. But I'm ready now to get to a 400 metre track. Today I've got 3 sets of 3x300, so 100 jog within the set and then a few minutes I think between the sets. But the aim today is just, like I said before, it's that you can't gain anything from the session for Thursday. But the only thing you can do is bury yourself and kind of mess it up. So I just want to end up feeling like nice and controlled and relaxed during these reps, but hopefully running decent enough pace still. So you tell me, as long as I look good and in control, then it's a good session. And if I look like I'm killing myself, then yeah, I've probably not done the right thing. But hot day, so we just got to make sure we're aware of that. When you have that shin stuff, which I've had the past year, you want like a middle ground. You don't want concrete because that's a lot of impact. You don't want grass because there's a lot of instability. So like this sort of trail where it's pretty forgiving, you get a little bit of cushioning, but you also get like a solid like push off for your ankle and your like calf. So it's a nice perfect surface, I would say. Yeah, hopefully it just feels nice and it's like around race pace and a little bit quicker. Yeah, that is nothing to gain, just to like sharpen up and feel like moving back to race pace, having travelled and raced last week. So it's been like pretty easy few days just because trying to get over the sleep. Saturday like session here was like the only thing that was like a bit more challenging, but we've just mainly just tried to not put ourselves in any hole or like get ill while we've actually like come out. So we've still got 4 days after this. What is it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well 3 days, not even that long. So yeah, we'll be hopefully after this that's it, and I'll rest tomorrow before racing.
I felt alright today. It's like, as you can see there, it's like no shade on the track whatsoever, and it's well over 30 degrees. So Thursday's nowhere near this heat, and apparently over here, and I think just generally in the world, the cooler it gets, the wind tends to drop. So we're racing at 8:30 at night. So I'm ready to go. It's like I've already raced last week, so I know that I'm fit enough to race. The main thing is just being as recovered as I possibly can be. We don't train in spikes, so I've always got that to look forward to. That sounds pathetic, but because we do a lot of our sessions in flats, when you put your spikes on, it's like another kind of like boost to feel better, just because you get so much more like bounce and so much more speed carried over. So looking forward to that. I know that the field is good. It's like the best Australia has, and then a few others from around like New Zealand and I guess others around the world. But it's going to be a chance kind of to get back on an outdoor track, which is what I enjoy doing the most. I just want to race. That's the main thing, is like try and win. We do the sport because, well, I do the sport because I enjoy like winning and trying to do well. So it'd be a nice one to be able to do it here, because I'm hoping these stands are full of people and I can give them a reason to cheer. So.